Let's go, Lightning! Let's go! Let's go, Lightning! Let's go! Well, that was weird, wasn't it? What's going on, guys? Fico here, and today I'm not going to be reporting you news or anything in the particulars. Lately, I've been just doing either news or gameplay videos, but today I wanted to just go on a smooth little silky smooth rant about an event that took place. There was this event that took place over at Los Angeles where there's this it was a League of Legends championship final, and it was this team called SK Telecom T1 that swept the World Championship. They beat this other team called Royal Club, whichever they were. I am not a League of Legends follower. I play League of Legends not as much as I really want to. I even got a Naga Hex just because I really wanted to I just got so immersed with League of Legends, and I wanted to play it more and more and more. I bought a few champions. I was starting to get okay with Shyvana, but lately I have not been not quite as much playing with. I have been following the news about the new champions, about stuff that has been coming out. I was aware of the World Championship. What I wasn't aware about is that it took place over at Staples Center. Now, Staples Center, for those of you who don't know, that is where the Los Angeles Lakers play. And the Los Angeles Lakers are an NBA team that has been super duper popular and probably one of the more popular teams. I mean, if you're going to compare them to another team, you'd compare them to like the New York Knicks in popularity, or the Boston Celtics, or the New York Yankees from baseball, or the New York Rangers. You know, they're like a first name team that kind of just comes up to you and goes, oh, okay, you know, they're like a popular NBA team. Sold out Staples Center. I mean, that's amazing. And it sold, I think, either under an hour or in an hour. And what amazes me the most, and this is where I go on to the rant, and I would just like to just commend how we're in this new renaissance now of how amazing the games are now suddenly being considered as major events that people can go to. This championship was for $1 million for whoever won, and they had like millions of people watching over the streams. But the fact that it sold out in Staples Center, the fact that they got the Crystal Method, Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit, both of them to perform in unison to each other in a really cool performance, show the world for 5 hours how they could just sit there and just watch this entire championship program. I mean, we've gotten from the evolution from like stuff that wasn't really taken too serious before, like MMA and UFC. All of a sudden UFC is like the grandiose, it's even bigger than the WWF and the WWE, and that is something no one ever even thought and imagined in terms of entertainment. But yes, UFC has gotten to the point where it's just on a first name basis. It's on games and stuff. But here, this is a much more bigger evolution. This is for video games, because after League of Legends got considered as an official sport so that international players can come and get their visas and come and play here, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, when you sell out an event, I mean, when you get together in a little convention place, I mean, okay, fine. But when you're selling out in a famous arena that a famous basketball team plays at, and you organize it, and it becomes like one of the biggest things ever, trust me when I tell you guys, gaming is going even higher places. And I've even heard of stuff about how COD was going to apparently become a sport. You know, when it comes to COD, I don't know. COD might actually be popular. I mean, Call of Duty might be so popular in terms of that. I think The acknowledgement of getting League of Legends made into an official sport makes sense. Competitive gaming, you might put COD in there. Calling it a sport, who knows? Maybe it does qualify in the criteria, but it requires a lot more strategy, I think, in a game such as League of Legends and teamwork and all that. Whereas in COD, it's just a matter of getting really good with the weapons that you've got, getting the maps good, and there is a lot of strategy when it comes to a lot of practice. But the level and playing fields, they're pretty similar, but we'll see. I mean, I personally, it's gotten to the point where it's gotten so popular that it could become a sport. And when we're seeing events like XP, you know, the Call of Duty con, you know, that takes place, you know, COD has become a big thing as well. It could make it to the Staples Center. Hell, I want the next championship to be in Madison Square Garden, and believe me when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that place will sell out, like, for sure. I mean, a lot of people is like, oh, you know, it's easy to sell out in Madison Square Garden. I mean, New York is like everywhere and they'll go there. But considering that a video game, you can organize an event like this, put it in a famous venue, and it'll sell out. I mean, that said more than anything about the state of where we're at when it comes to esports. Esports in general, I've gotten to the point where, you know, it's generating athletes, it's giving them a good income. I mean, I wouldn't become an esport athlete just only. I mean, I mean, unless you were very successful and you got sponsorships. You'd have to treat gaming pretty much like if it was like a job, and you train with it like if it was a sport that required you to practice your craft every day for hours upon hours on end. And that is where I think in this spectrum is where I think it's pretty clear as to why it's acknowledged as a sport. But considering that it's gotten to this point and it made it to Staples Center, it's amazing, because now it's where do we go from here? Will Evo get something like this ever? Will Evo rise up to just being in a theater hall or in a little hotel over at the hotel? I don't even remember what it was, which hotel. Was it a big hotel in Las Vegas? But you wonder if you could move that place like somewhere even bigger. Will it'll become even greater in a grand scale, and you'll see the opponents just come down like if it was in WWE, like with their own entrance music and that. It can get to that point, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me when I tell you, they have so much personality already as it is with the egos that they've got already. There is perfect character that you can develop. You can create rivalries, but they're not really fake. Like, you don't have to make them like fake and script write them. They're already doing that themselves, you know. But can they make it to Staples Center or something big like that? You bet your ass they can. And when a game like League of Legends does this, that is opening up the door. I mean, it's been like this overseas. It's been like this for quite some time. MLG is a big one, but I think that where I'm trying to say is when it comes to like when it comes with a new generation coming out, I happen to believe that video games are becoming not just super ultra popular, have become super ultra popular, but they are going to become events that you're going to be seeing more in places like this. You're going to be seeing Broadway shows, hopefully one day. I imagine this. I envision Broadway shows where it's not really a Broadway show. It's just you sitting down at a place watching professionals beat each other up. I'm talking about, instead of comedy stand-up shows, you're going to be seeing professional gamers duke it out. I mean, sort of that thing is already happening, but not in which you can official like organize a whole thing or a tour of great gamers just battling each other out. It's gotten to the point where it's very popular, and I happen to think that because of this, it's going to just get even bigger and bigger and better and amazingly more bigger than that. I mean, this is League of Legends. Imagine StarCraft. Imagine other games that have been very popular in terms of this online community and this huge community, and only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. But I think that'll be the end of my rant. I might have deviated a bit here and there, but my point is basically this. If a game like League of Legends can create this huge event where you can get famous musicians to come and open for you, sell out a famous venue to sit down for 5 hours and see 10 people play a video game, and I mean, this... it's mind-blowing. But that was what I wanted to say, because when I read in the statistics and I saw how amazingly huge and popular this event, just like on the footage and the professionalism of how it was all put together. Video games are not just something that you can do in the living room. This is a worldwide phenomenon that has just going to get bigger and badder and greater, and this next generation is only going to make it even sweeter. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe if you want to. I haven't done videos like this in a while. I've been just, when I find an article, I will just kind of like, oh my god, I gotta tell people what I think. But this one was sort of like the state of what I think of a particular thing in gaming. If you have any suggestions of other things that you'd like to hear about, my point of view of things, leave them in the comments, please. Let me know, and I'll make it happen. I hope that you guys are also following on YouTube what I've been doing recently. I've been doing this like month of horror games, you know, like they're not necessarily just terror games, they're also games that are, you know, themed around horror. I mean, I added a playlist there. I added the Never-Ending Nightmares. I added gameplay of me playing this game called Haunted Memories. Oh, Jesus, Haunted Memories. That's what I was playing. And I posted just one this morning, and it's for Left 4 Dead. So this video that I'm doing should be available later down the road. Stop slapping your knee. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, guys. My name is Fico, and that was my gaming mind on esports. Bye. Go Lightning!